My sister shattered my world with a single fabricated lie. Years later, I held her life in my hands.
No karma will pay you back.
My name is Alyssa Navarro, and I'm 34 years old. 6 years ago, on a humid Miami night that smelled of jasmine and distant rain, my sister Elena uttered words that shattered my world like glass underfoot. I was at our parents' house for what I thought was a casual family dinner, the kind where mom's empanadas sizzled in the kitchen, filling the air with greasy warmth, and dad's laughter boomed from the living room over some old Cuban ballad playing on the radio. Elena arrived fashionably late, her heels clicking on the tile floor, her perfume overpowering the food scents. She didn't even sit down before pulling out a folder from her oversized bag and tossing it onto the table with a thud that echoed in my chest. "Alyssa's been stealing from the restaurants," she said, her voice calm but laced with that manipulative sweetness she perfected over years. The room froze. The clink of silverware stopped. Mom's hand hovered mid-air with a serving spoon. Dad's smile faded into confusion. Inside that folder, falsified bank statements showing $50,000 transferred from the family business accounts to mine. Doctored emails from me authorizing the moves. Even phony receipts with my signature forged in Elena's looping handwriting. It was all a lie, a meticulously crafted web to frame me for embezzlement. My heart raced, palms slick with sweat as I grabbed the papers. "This isn't real. Check the bank logs. I'll prove it." But they didn't. Mom's eyes filled with tears, her voice breaking. "How could you do this to us, mija, after everything?" Dad, usually my quiet ally, shook his head, his calloused hands clenching the table edge. "The evidence is right here, Alyssa. We trusted you." In that humiliating moment, with Elena standing there smirking subtly behind her concerned facade, I was disowned on the spot, cut off from the family trust, banned from the chain of Cuban eateries I'd helped expand during my med school summers. No more holidays, no calls, not even an acknowledgement at our abuela's funeral 2 years later, where I stood in the back like a ghost, the incense smoke stinging my eyes as they ignored me. The long-term scar? Isolation that echoed in empty apartments, a wedding I wasn't invited to, Elena's of course, and a void where family should be. But fate, that tricky storyteller, had a confrontation brewing in the most unexpected arena, a high-stakes hospital where I'd hold power over her life. Tease you with this. It involved a scalpel, a parent's desperate plea, and a truth that would unravel everything. But first, let's dive into how the imbalance set the stage. Before we go deeper, if you like this kind of raw, unfiltered stories, from betrayal to sweet, satisfying revenge, drop a like and subscribe so you never miss another one like this. And tell me in the comments, where are you listening from right now and what time is it there? Growing up in the colorful chaos of Miami's Little Havana, our family dynamic was a tilted scale, with Elena always on the heavier side. She was the charismatic one, vibrant, talkative, with a laugh that could charm birds from trees and a way of twisting words to her advantage. Subtly manipulative, she'd gaslight you into doubting your own memory, all while flashing that perfect smile. Me? I was the quiet achiever, head down in textbooks, dreaming of neurosurgery while volunteering at clinics, the scent of antiseptic becoming my comfort. But that quietness made me easy to overlook, easy to diminish. On my 18th birthday, I'd planned a small beach gathering with friends, the ocean waves crashing in the background, bonfire crackling with marshmallows toasting. But Elena forgot and booked a spa day for Mom and her, claiming it was a mother-daughter bonding thing that couldn't be rescheduled. Dad sided with them. "Don't be selfish, Alyssa. Family comes first." My party? Canceled. I spent the night alone, the salt air mocking my tears. Second instance, college funding.
I'd earned a partial scholarship to pre-med, but needed help for the rest. Elena, pursuing her fashion influencer dreams, had blown through her allowance on trips and clothes. When push came to shove, parents dipped into savings for her. Elena's more fragile, she needs the support, Mom said, her voice soft but final. I took loans, worked nights at a diner where the grease fumes clung to my hair, graduated magna cum laude anyway. Third, the family vacation to Cuba's roots. I'd saved for months to join, excited for the humid streets and rhythmic music. But Alina pitched a fit about drama from a minor argument we'd had weeks prior. Something trivial, like me calling out her late rent payments. Parents canceled my ticket. We don't want tension, Alyssa. Stay home and study. Elena's photos flooded social media, her in vibrant dresses, them beaming. I was the reliable one, the high achiever who didn't complain, but that made me the perfect target for her envy-fueled games. She was the villain type, charming mask hiding a calculating core. And I? Quiet, but unbreakable, or so I thought. The turning point hit when I rose from the ashes. After the disownment, I fled to Chicago, the wind off Lake Michigan biting like a fresh start. Neurosurgery fellowship at Northwestern, grueling shifts, the beep of ventilators my constant companion, the metallic tang of blood in the OR my focus. I innovated a technique for laser-guided tumor resections, cutting complication rates by 35%. It won me the Vanguard Award in Neurology, a black tie event where the champagne fizzed and applause thundered. For once, parents reached out, a tentative voicemail from Dad. Saw the news, kiddo. Proud doesn't cover it. Mom sent flowers, their petal scent filling my sparse apartment. Rare pride, a glimmer of reconciliation. But Elena, her sabotage began subtly. Whispers to mutual acquaintances about my shady past. Anonymous reviews on my hospital profile hinting at unethical practices. Foreshadowing? Oh yes, a leaked email to my boss claiming I'd fudged data, echoing her embezzlement lie. I cleared it, but the doubt lingered like fog. What would you have done here? Ignored it or confronted? Let me know in the comments. Your stories keep me going. Then came the big lies full force. Elena's fabrication, 11 bank transfers totaling $50,000, each dated to coincide with my visits home. Emails from my account to hers discussing covering tracks. Evidence? Printed statements with forged headers, timestamps off by hours, but close enough to fool a glance. At that dinner, I desperately pointed out inconsistencies. The account numbers didn't match. The IP logs were Miami-based while I was in Chicago. Verify it, I pleaded, my voice cracking over the clatter of dropped utensils. But parents refused. Dad's trust in Elena was ironclad. Mom's emotional sway too strong. I tried proving innocence. 11 calls in 3 days to the family lawyer, begging for an audit. 4 emails with my clean financials attached. A returned letter, unopened, stamped refused. The 4-minute call that sealed it. Dad's voice cold. Stop this, Alyssa. You're out. The dial tone buzzed in my ear like a death knell. Isolation followed, the chill of Chicago winters mirroring my heart, empty holidays with takeout boxes and flickering TV static. Building without them. Self-respect drove me, not revenge. I hustled, extra shifts in the ER, the adrenaline rush of saving lives, and my therapy. Mentor Dr. Harlan Reed appeared, a silver-haired surgeon with scars from decades in the field. Over steaming coffee in the break room, he'd share stories. Blood doesn't bind, Alyssa. Actions do. His guidance honed my skills, his gruff encouragement my backbone. Then Jordan, my rock, a software engineer with kind eyes and a laugh that warmed like sun on skin. We met at a charity run, mud splattering our shoes, breath sinking as we crossed the finish line. He grounded me. Picnics by the lake where waves lapped rhythmically, nights where his fingers traced my back, erasing old hurts. Financial struggle? Brutal. Loans ballooned to $200,000, ramen dinners for months. But resilience shown, my technique patented, consultations pouring in, salary tripling. Professional ascent? Department head at 32. Life without family? Fuller than ever. Escalation twists layered new tension. Elena amped up. Anonymous sabotage to my career, hacked patient reviews claiming negligence, a bogus legal threat suing for defamation over a vague post I never made. Then the stake raiser, Dad's heart attack. Mild but scary, news trickling through a cousin. It intensified everything. Guilt clawed as Elena manipulated, claiming my toxicity would worsen his condition, blocking hospital visits. Public rumor campaign via her socials, veiled posts about family thieves going viral, tagging influencers. Inheritance manipulation, she pushed parents to rewrite the will, excluding me entirely. Fake restraining order filed, alleging harassment. Court dates loomed, risking my license in an ethics hearing. Financial ruin stared back. If convicted, job loss, bankruptcy. The midpoint boiled, each attack a pattern break, stakes skyrocketing. If I failed, everything crumbled. But this gets crazier. A crash changed it all. The phone shrilled at 2 a.m., rain pelting my window like accusations. Emergency surgery, patient and critical, brain bleed from a wreck. I rushed in, scrubs damp, heart pounding. The chart? Elena Navarro. My sister. Voice trembling. She's coding. Get in there. The door swung shut behind me, monitors wailing. If this isn't her, then who set this up? High stakes OR. Public with press outside since Elena's crash made news, her as the rising restaurateur. Parents in the gallery, faces pressed to glass. 4-second pause, scalpel in hand, the hum of machines, her vital signs dipping. Internal war, revenge or duty? Integrity triumphed. Incision, I commanded, voice steel. Surgery. Tense, sweat trickling, the suck of suction tools, bone saw whirring. I navigated the bleed, lasers precise, saving her. Post-op confrontation, recovery room's soft beeps, her eyes fluttering open. Alyssa, she whispered, bandages crinkling. You had a choice, I said sharply. I chose right. Shocking reveal. As Elena stirred, a nurse handed me a phone. Anonymous tip. Check her bag. Inside, the original forged docs, her confession note. Had to frame Alyssa for the shares. Wrong target? No, it was her all along, but deeper, she'd embezzled herself, pinning it on me. The bag slipped from my hands. If this is true, who's really the victim now? Colleague Dr. Maya, truth holder and old family friend, burst in with proof. Hard drives recovered from Elena's car, emails showing her hacks, bank audits confirming my innocence. Documented. 11 discrepancies, 4 IP traces to her laptop. Parents gasped, the room's fluorescent buzz amplifying shock. We were blind, Mom sobbed, hands wringing. Elena's last tactic, they're lying, help me, failed miserably. Maya played recordings of Elena bragging. Collapse complete. Parents turned to me, but Elena smirked weakly. You think you won? I have backups. Her phone buzzed, a text from an ally. Evidence destroyed, but Maya's voice ice cold. Actually, we have it all. Lights flickered as security entered, head spinning. If she's not alone, who's next? Hospital chapel, stained glass casting colorful shadows, the faint echo of footsteps outside. No melodrama, just firm. No forgiveness yet, I stated, short. Conditions? Weekly therapy for all, Elena's public apology video, written confession to the board, $50,000 restitution. Dad nodded, voice rough. We'll comply. Mom reached out. I stepped back. Accountability or nothing. They agreed, the air thick with unresolved tension. Emotional doubt. As I left, doubt hit. Elena's plea echoed. Sister, please. My hand paused on the door. Is this worth the cost? Right as I turned back, a new shadow loomed. Jordan's rooftop garden at sunrise, the crunch of gravel underfoot, fresh dirt scent mingling with blooming roses. We planted seedlings, setting trellises as boundaries, growth guarded, thorns protecting. It symbolized rebuilding, life thriving within limits, sunlight filtering controlled. Philosophical, truth does not expire, it blooms eternal. Success rebuts lies like weeds uprooted. Boundaries architecture strength. Forgiveness optional. Accountability mandatory. Power whispers quietly. Elena signed the confession. Parents apologized publicly. Triumph? Her lawyer called. She's suing for malpractice. Laughter was weak, but the case crumbled. My recordings live. Echoing downfall on loop. If you loved this one, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. Haven't subscribed yet? Hit that subscribe button and click the bell for more raw, satisfying revenge stories from her next chapter. See you in the next one.